assists per game last year. Big part of Minnesota's resurgence.
Rebounding. That's what he wants from his team, because the way they want to play first, because that's going to create easy offense opportunities.
A lot of people were curious about. We'll see if that's how it goes in a regular officiating crew.
Hard technical. Push right there. Oh, what the?
But originally drafted by the Lakers, that can handle the ball. Russell's three is good. Russell with a nice look, and in transition, Reed with the basket. Offensive centers in the NBA with the premier rim protector
with Rudy Gobert sitting out there on that floor.
Walker hangs
the athleticism that they want to add to their team, because even though they had time, and then he has the ability to get out in transition, does a very good job at the Lakers.
And the coaching staff, they want Anthony Davis to. Here's Russell on the drive and able to hit on for Walker. Here you see the tempo being pushed. Good look underneath and the bucket. James, so Kyle Anderson, who played his college ball, albeit briefly. Anderson hits the second.
He was out there on the court, and with LeBron and AD missing so much time, I think that those is going to be healthy. That has been the holy grail.
At one practice, Beverly with a takeaway. He's got James with him in transition.
To be consistent and be able to keep this kind of standing in the Western Conference. Series over throughout the entire regular season.
Kendrick, during the season, they were expecting him to come back, then he'd have a setback, but they really think this. Golden State for the ring ceremony. Warriors coming off a champ before this incident with Green punching Jordan Poole in practice.
Well, the crazy thing is that if the video wouldn't have leaked, no one's opinion.
Shot clock at 3. Nunn has to put it up. Tough shot, but it goes down. Part of that Detroit team in 2004 that won. Edwards putting it on the deck of NBA regular season experience.
How'd you not notice it as a better?
So 4 points for Davis, who's now in year 11. Here's Forbes, catch and shoot. That's what you're talking about right there. Bearing.
For the most part, it has been nothing but positive energy. Now, will this
just letting people know if they didn't. 3 on the shot clock. Noel, no. Leans in, tries to force that pass with 1 second to go, and Anthony Davis scores. Obviously on the defensive end. McDaniels gets
one pick. You got to see it from everyone. And Anthony Davis, with some of the numbers that he put up are some of the best that you've ever seen in the Laker uniform.
But he also didn't have, in his defense, have 2 guys that he's going to give the ball up to a lot, as we're seeing in this.
Motion and moving offense should create buckets as long as players.
The guys to still come in and get what they need, meaning get shots up, hit the weight room.
I believe that they can get to the conference finals. I believe that that team has the talent, the coaching.
Walker penetrates, and a foul is called. 6 threes. I know it's a preseason game, but it's 6 threes against the Warriors the other night. He thinks from the floor so far for Pat Bev. Finds Anderson underneath. Bank shot won't go. Preseason projections to get off to a good start.
Wembanyama, like, towering over him is something I wasn't ready to see. So if they win more, I think very well he could win a 3rd MVP if they're
goal.
If you would have told me that Naz Reid would have 3 times more threes than the Lakers, you shoot that shot. If a person just contested takes off, you got to have in today's league, in this NBA, it is next to impossible.
On chasing the scoring title, he's going to continue to climb the all-time assist list.
Pretty much said everything we can say about LeBron James.
4 championships, 4 finals in 2024. Now maybe collective bargain year, and then you have to change your entire roster and your entire philosophy. Since a lot
that season as slow-mo with the quick steal.
And Russell gets
school for 3 years, got better every year, and then was still able to play 17 years.
James misses this to go. Shot clock at 7. James trying to hit Reeves, and it was kicked.
That's pretty impressive for the young player.
Schroeder. Good job by Westbrook to keep the play alive. Reeves corner 3.
To shoot.
That ended a run of 16 consecutive missed 3. Reeves on the drive. Goes to the left hand, missed it. James with assists. for a guy that averaged 7 assists for an entire game last year. The NBA. They were 14 games over 500 in that stretch and finished this.
Being in those positions are.
Davis down low, got hacked to put it.
Like this in the paint, this is the AD that I think that
the other end by Edwards, but there's Beverly quickly to LeBron underneath for 2. Years.
I'm just saying, players grow up, they mature.
I know Zach Lowe always has his league pass rankings. They won a championship 2 years ago yesterday. Ability for Anthony Davis and also for LeBron James, played in 56. How much does that factor in terms of, for LeBron, who you have?
You want to try and find him some rest someplace.
McDaniels pushed. Over the course of their careers, there have been some incidents between Westbrook and Beverly that are expected to make their debut together in their final preseason game Friday. They open the regular year at Golden State Tuesday night. Beverly on the drive with the other 4 starters. Bodies hit the floor, leaves McDaniels wide open, and Noel and Edwards on the floor. In 23 minutes, and 2 of those were threes early on in the game. Here, Ryan got tied up with Reed in transition under the back.
I see younger players. This is something that he has grown. It's always a learning process. If you think that
James thought about it, now pulls the trigger, and it's none. Here's Reed with the spin. Missed it. And again, just LeBron James continues to amaze at his age. We saw it in the first half. It's awful. And shout out to Jeff Van Gundy, who was the biggest proponent, won a championship together in Cleveland.
Well, it's just the thing that's most impressive. He's the oldest man out there on the floor, one of the older players in the league.
Looks like he's slimmed down maybe a little bit as well.
Yeah, he's. You got to do whatever.
Nunn pulls up. This Noel. It's bumped, gives it up. Moore way off the mark.
It's progressing along, and you can see the improvements. And unfortunately, we can't.
Well, part of that has to be 2 years later, he's gone.
Tough shot by Knight, but it good.
Teams enjoy having you there, and that's something that it takes. Yeah, these preseason, these players are auditioning for 29. Kendrick Nunn having him back. I think that is another. Denver Nuggets now healthy.
Let's check in with Roz.
Yeah, look.
Situation was a part of the Warriors championship team.
Steph, Clay, Draymond, these guys are working every single day at the ultimate professional level.
And the deep played 25 points, 11 rebounds. Garza gets the first free throw. Step. What do you make of some of the teams that have been 2 years ago?
There's a lot of depth. Obviously, I think Aiden, there's a lot of things that are going on that in the Phoenix, you see what's going on. Denver, Jamal Murray's going to be back. Hopefully this is the year that, the season.
Swider hits the 3 from the corner, the rookie from Syracuse. And they're going to call Gabriel here. Remaining, the regular season starts on Tuesday. Garza, and it will be 3 free throws for the rookie out of
shooter is still one of the cardinal rules that you just don't do.
From 3. Struggled a little bit here in preseason, just action Friday against Brooklyn. That will be the first time in a preseason game that they call. Here's Swider, walks into a 3.
See in the G League, how much work is he going to put in? Look, come in and shoot. You got to do all of the extra things because every single year.
Accidentally.
And one thing we know that Patrick Beverly would never embellish anything.
But I'm sure some of the players would, right? It's another.
How many minutes has Garza played? Because it's been the most entertaining minutes of
9.
the night.
There, though, 3-year player, averaged 20 points per game, 2-time first team all that.
Newcomer of the year there. Was able to really score. Lefty.
Jones going to take the 3.
Put it up.
Moore leaves it for Garza underneath. And a couple years ago, he's got 15 points in 10 minutes. Gives it right back. And Pippen with the easy bucket on the other.
Dave, you've been doing this tenders every single year. This year, it seems more wide open. Team in the Eastern Conference, so you're going to have them back, and there's just a lot of talent. He's doing this part of it.
That's a good teaching, though. I want to go back to your point, though.
On James, and not this iteration. I'm talking about the 6'7", 220-pound kid. I'm telling you, it might get real interesting in that draft.